All right. Hello and welcome. Hello, Fluffy Puppy 223. Welcome to the Shark Stream. Welcome. Hi. How are you? I hope everybody is doing well. I'm doing pretty all right, aside from immediately coughing as soon as I get on mic. It is Thursday, which means it's time for Final Fantasy XIV, and my god, it has been a hot minute since we had to take a detour for a seasonal or limited time event. I remember towards the end of the wait for Dawn Trail, it felt like we were getting a different limited time event every, 2 weeks or something. Like, they were just back to back to back to back. Is like you had seasonal stuff. They had to double up on Little Ladies Day and Hatching Tide. They brought back the Dragon Quest event. They brought back the Final Fantasy 15 event. They started the Final Fantasy 16 event. Just constant. And then we had 6 weeks where there was nothing. We got a good chunk of time for this particular stream series where we didn't actually have to do anything other than MSQ, but that has come to an end, as it is time for Moonfire Fair 2024. I just realized I misspelled Moonfire Fair in the thumbnail. God damn it. Give me a second. Why is File Explorer taking so long to load? So, I was thinking the other day that, so I really like Dawn Trail. I think Dawn Trail might be my favorite expansion, period. I'm not trying to say that, I think that Shadowbringers is trash or anything like that. I really like Shadowbringers, but there's so much in Dawn Trail that I really, really enjoyed. The story, the characters, just a lot of the environments that we explored, shit like that. I love how engaging a lot of the dungeon mechanics have been. Even if occasionally I do get my fucking shit rocked. I don't mind, because I'm having fun. But just because I'm enjoying it doesn't mean that it's going to be enjoyed by everybody, and I understand that. I do. I have seen people whose opinions I respect say that they really like the expansion. I've seen people whose opinions I respect say they didn't really like the expansion. I've seen people whose opinions I don't respect say that they didn't like the expansion. And I mean, that sounds a little rough. I should clarify. People who I don't dislike, but who, on the topic of, quality of Final Fantasy XIV writing and expansions, whose opinions I don't respect, specifically. And I mean, that hasn't exactly surprised me. Did I not save the version? Oh my god, I'm gonna need to remake the whole thing. Wow, okay. So I guess this is just what I'm doing while we're spooling up here. I'll just keep talking about I'll just keep talking shit here in the meantime. So here's the thing. I'm not necessarily saying that you have to enjoy Dawn Trail. You don't have to do anything. You're not required by law to enjoy a video game. Like, I will place you under citizen's arrest for thought crimes, but, you know, you're not required by, like, federal law. No, I'm kidding. But I gotta say, it's gotta kind of suck for the people who aren't huge fans of Dawn Trail that, like, regardless of how they actually feel about it, Moonfire Fair with an E, 2024. It's gotta suck for those people that, like, regardless of, like, their, like, full, expanded, nuanced take on how they feel about the quality of Dawn Trail as an expansion, that inevitably the group of people that they find themselves, like, within the same ballpark opinion as are just the worst fucking people imaginable. Like, that sucks, and I feel kind of bad for them. Because it's just like, hey, look, I understand, and I realize, is that going to update? Hold on. The position of, oh, I was pretty spot on, actually. Okay, cool. Because it's like, hey, listen, I recognize that your decision, the decision that you came to is after hours and hours and hours of gameplay, poring over the writing, poring over the new revelations, dealing with gameplay quirks here and there, and just is all kind of based on, you know, your specific, what you're coming at this with, and your opinions on media, what you like in stories, what you like in characters. Have you seen the people that are, like, the loudest and most obnoxious about how much they didn't like Dawn Trail, though? Because I'm gonna be real with you, you're not in good company. I'm so sorry. Me, on the other hand, I am based and enjoy Dawn Trail, so I don't have to worry about that problem. No. I don't want to. Listen, I like to do the whole my opinion is objectively correct bit every now and again, but that's just a bit of bluster in order to kind of, like, boost my own opinion of myself. It helps, you know, the whole fake it till you make it sort of thing. Sometimes it can be fun to pretend you think that everything you say is the gospel truth and that everybody should agree with your opinions. But sometimes you gotta like let that mask slip a little bit and just be like, hey, I don't actually think this realistically. That being said, one of the people that I know, who falls into that category of, hey, I like you, but I don't respect your opinion, said that they also didn't like Shadowbringers. So, I mean, how good is their taste? Realistically. Anyways, I'm done vaguing on main. Maybe. I might bring this up later. Who knows? But just like I said, you don't have to like Dawn Trail. Like, it's totally okay. I don't think less of anybody for not liking Dawn Trail. I just think it sucks that if you have genuine reasons for not liking Dawn Trail, you have to, like, take a real hard look at who's going to agree with you and the reasons they're going to agree with you for. Like, that sucks. And I'm so sorry. That being said, like, I remember I was watching a Castle Super Beast clip where they were talking about this, and somebody in chat was just like, "Oh, I hate that it sucks that you can't complain about Dawntrail without being called transphobic," and it's just like, dude, you're missing the point. You're missing the point, and the fact that that's what you're focusing on says to me you're part of the problem. Anyways, we're not playing Dawntrail, or not playing Dawntrail today. We're not even doing Stormblood right away. We're going to be doing Moonfire Fair 2024. I had a bit of trouble deciding what outfit I was going to wear for this, because I couldn't remember what outfits came from the Moonfire Fair events. Lucky for me, the cash shop always has... So, okay, bit of background in case you're not aware. Generally speaking, if you miss getting the rewards for a particular year's seasonal event, it will be available for purchase the following year on the cash shop. And generally, they will also have a sale going for all of the items from the previous years. I gotta make a gross noise real quick, 1 second. Which, on that note, if you have missed any of the previous years, the Moonfire Fair has some good shit. It's got some really nice, like, bathing attire, like what I've got Eigeled in right now. It's got some really nice emotes. You can get the Ranger emotes, which is like Sentai shit. It's cool as hell. I love those particular emotes. But thankfully, this sale was there to remind me, oh yeah, we got this outfit last time. And I like this outfit. I used this as my fishing outfit for a while. Anyways, we gotta talk to Moyaru here real quick. Fire Red, Beast Green. Moyaru is scouring the aft castle for any sun-beaten souls who might not have heard about this year's Moonfire Fair. Do my eyes deceive me, or do I spy a familiar face who looks like she could do with some proper summer recreation? That's right, the sun's rays are out in full force, and so is our beloved Moonfire Fair. I don't know why. Why do I do this to every Lalafell? They don't all sound like that. Some of them have uncomfortably deep voices. Let's give this guy an uncomfortably deep voice, actually. Because I'm sure I've talked to this guy in a previous event for this. NPCs for specific seasonal events tend to recur. Is that Lalafell standing on nothing? Hey, real quick, hold up. We're gonna just real quick. We're moving to the Elgato only scene so that I will be able to just sort of like easily undo this later. That Lalafell is standing on fucking nothing. She's just floating there. Damn, Moonfire Fair must not be doing so well. They don't got the budget to give this poor woman a stool. Okay, now I need to fucking shrink this back down. There's probably some sort of like plug-in or workaround where I could like have a zoomed-in version or like a zoom-in tool that I could just like pull up at a moment's notice, but fuck if I'm gonna figure that out. This is why I'm always worried about like the possibility of This is why I'm worried about the possibility of like making any possible upgrade to like my entire VTuber setup, because all I can think is, good lord, I'm going to need to figure out an entirely new system instead of the cobbled together bullshit I'm currently working off of.
These days, the event doubles as free promotion for the Adventurers Guild, you know. The brave and the bold show off their heroics, and afterwards, the fair guests flock to the guild in droves to hire them.
There's something going on in Shout Chat. Give me a second. I don't know what's going on in Shout Chat right now. Anyway, what was I saying? I was reading this guy's dialogue in an uncomfortably deep voice.
But the real star of the show is the acclaimed Eorzean Nimble Warrior course, bringing in hundreds upon hundreds of new challengers. At any rate, we could really use more help out there. So if perchance I've piqued your interest, I suggest you ship out to Costa del Sol and speak to our chief chaperone, Herr Maga.
I might do just that. I wonder if they've made any updates to the Nimble Warrior course. I found out recently that the hunt currency for Realm Reborn, Heavensward, and Stormblood can be used to purchase Aetheryte tickets. And I've just been like, why the fuck have I been paying for teleportation then? This is absurd. Now, this is the first day of seasonal events, so there's probably going to be quite a few people over here in all likelihood. Hi, Gale. Now there's a sight for sore eyes. Did Mayaru Moyaru send you out here to lend a hand? I don't know why I'm giving him this accent. I'm just, like, questioning all my accent decisions. So, okay. Here's something that, like, I've kind of been grappling with. So, I try to do appropriate accents for characters, like, especially if they're voiced. I try to match the accent that they're using whenever I have to, like, read out unvoiced text. Now, in most cases, this isn't a problem. But, like, I've been thinking about, like, when I get to Endwalker and, like, I get to Radzat Han, which is primarily based off of, like, Indian culture, or when I get to Taral and it's based off of, like, Latin and South American culture, and just, like, the concern is that, like, if I attempt an accent, it might come off sounding as sort of like I'm fine with doing, like, a cartoonish, like, British accent, because, like, it's a British accent. What the fuck is the UK gonna do? Be transphobic at me? I don't know. They can't do that. I'm cis. For now. But it's just, like, do I want to continue, like, attempting, like, accents, like, when I get to, like, India, where it's just, like, am I going to, like, butcher that? Is it going to come off as, like, a cartoonish exaggeration? Or, like, when we get to the areas where, like, the accents are more, like, South American, like, I don't know. At the very least, I don't have to worry about, like, Northern Tyrol, where all the accents are, like, Texan. No. But, I don't know. We got a ways to go before we even need to worry about that. We're only just going to be finishing, like, base game Stormblood today. We have so much to get through. We got Stormblood patches to get through. We got all of Shadowbringers. Not to mention, like, other patch content from Stormblood, raids, trials. And then in Shadowbringers, fuck, we're going to be looking at role quests in Shadowbringer. I don't know if I've even talked about how I'm handling role quests before, but neither here nor there. We need to continue. This year, the event is shaping up to be a thrill for visitors and staff alike. Allow me to give you a brief outline of what we have planned. Oh yeah, no, they haven't finished that. I completed that like last year, I think. I'm pretty sure I finished that one last year. I remember like documenting my entire journey. It was stressful, but I got to the top. In case the screaming and splashing hadn't given it away, we've brought back the Eorzean Nimble Warrior course with all of its explosive challenges intact. And if the summer sun gets to be too much, grant yourself a refreshing reprieve by enjoying an icy treat or playing with the polar bears. Bars. Yo, is that Chloe Aliapo? Wait, is that just Chloe? Even better, this year we've added a little Far Eastern flair with these hand fans. They're called Uchiwa, and they drive away evil spirits, or so I'm told. To ensure their authenticity, we hired an expert in the art of the festival, a little Namazu fellow, to craft us 100 crates of them. And what color could be more fitting for a moonfire than bright, blazing red? I gotta make sure that I keep an eye out on, like, Discord and stuff like that. Seeing as the origins of the event can be traced back to the bombard hunts of years past, I say Uchiwa are a perfect fit for the spirit of the occasion, and judging from the sizable crowds, I'm far from the only one. Yeah, bro, those sizable crowds all have their mounts out, and they're making it really hard to load in. The downside, of course, is that we presently find ourselves quite ill-equipped to manage a turnout of this magnitude. Personally, I'd like to bolster our security cadre if I can. As it stands, none of us would be able to leave our posts in the event of a serious emergency. So, given the fortuitous timing of your arrival, could I ask you to... Monster! Excuse me. Monster. Ah! Did she say monster? Damn it all! The people are starting to panic! Are they? What people? Please, Igant, you've got to help us. I'll stay here and try to keep the crowd calm. You head north and find that woman. Okay. Me and my cool shades are on the job. This outfit actually has a bandana that you wear with it instead of cool shades, but the bandana clips through my hair. And the cool shades make at least a little bit more sense vis-a-vis clipping through the hair. I just realized I need to send a quick message for just a moment. Bear with me. Dun, dun. Okay. Terrified tourist. What's the problem, ma'am? The monster was just here, I swear it! It was leering at me from behind that rock, making these off-kilter little motions. Then it ran off to the east. Oh, she 100% saw Namazu. Is that a shark? Holy shit, that's a shark! Hi, shark! Thought for certain it would come over here and... Ugh, I feel faint. I need to go lie down. Goodbye. Alright, where's the Namazu that scared her? Where'd my little friend sneak off to? Sweaty guest. How sweaty is he? Damn, I didn't stand a chance to get that thing. Bunny banani banani? You should have seen it.
I was minding my own business out here, practicing my steps, when suddenly that thing showed up out of nowhere to challenge me to dance off. And then, after it utterly trounced me, it raced off again. Well, that I could tell you where, or even which direction. Well, come to think of it, I believe I saw something fall from its body. Well, it doesn't much matter to me anymore. I can hear summer's call, and it must be heeded. To the ocean with me. Whoever fell off the thing, you'll find it lying over there, if you think it will help your search.
Is it a bell? I bet it's a bell. Is it a bell? Oh god, there's a lot of people over here. They just all suddenly surrounded me. Aha! There she is. Oh, hey guys. Glad as ever to see you again, Igeld. Ermaga told us you might be in need of urgent assistance, so here we are. We've heard reports of a green monster running amok. Have you learned aught in the way of a clue? I found this. I don't know what it is, because it hasn't loaded in a model. It dropped something, did it? Bleh. Looks to be a needle by my reckoning. It's obvious we're dealing with a cactuar. Cactuars in Lenosia, of all places. Surely they would struggle to survive so far removed from their native habitat of Thanalan. I am so sorry about this. Huh? Madam Mimeja, if I'm not mistaken, was it not Master Gegaruju himself who invited you out to Costa del Sol? Yes, I traveled all the way from Uldar at the summons of my friend Gegaruju. Naturally, I couldn't bear the thought of my dear pets missing out on the fun and festivities, so I brought them along with me. Not for a moment did I ever think they would act out like this. You have my deepest apologies. Wait, so it is a cactuar? It's not an Imazu? They were perfect angels when we stopped in to see Gegaruju. He even gave them treats. But the moment I stepped away for a drink, they went mad, and poor Gegaruju couldn't rein them in. Oh, bumped my mic. By the time I got back, they were gone. I swear to you, this has never happened before. Well, that would certainly explain how a cactuar ended up in the Nausea. Regardless, if your pets pose a danger to the fairgoers, we may have to subdue them by force. No, please, I've raised them since they were pups. They'd never hurt to fly. I don't fancy the prospect myself, but what other option is there? Given that the Moonfire Fair would have no venue were it not for Master Gegaruju, I'd obviously prefer if we didn't upset a dear friend of his. Yes, termination should be a last resort. Let us first attempt to capture them. A sensible plan. Should things turn violent, it would only frighten the attendees. This calls for a more subtle approach. Just the three of us, perhaps. Okay. Indeed. I would see this situation sorted swiftly that we might return to the fair. If we work quickly, we may manage to find it before it escapes the bounds of Costa del Sol. Thus I propose we split up. Igelt, my friend, will you search the west side of the island? Okay. I suppose. Oh god, there's a lot of people over here. Jesus Christ. Pobiano. Ain't that a pepper? Where could it have gone? You'd think a cavorting cactuar would be hard to miss here in Lenosia. Ugh, they do be cavorting. God, I wonder if maybe it's over here. Oh wow, it really do be cavorting though. That. Nah. I was gonna put, like, that cactuar do be cavortin, though, in chat, but, like, I didn't want to, like, spoil it, because I thought it was gonna be a Namazu. This guy's going fucking wild. Did you find something? Fucking, you tell me, dude. It appears she did. But how are we going to capture it? I've never seen a cactuar look so dangerous. Is it just me, or is it radiating an aura of pure malice? Maybe he's drunk. I've never seen the poor thing like this either. Come to think of it, Gegaruju told me it seemed to him as though they were possessed. In that case, perhaps the aura is an evil spirit. If only we could purify it somehow.
It's funny you mentioned that.
Hold on, I pressed something. There we go. I pushed something on the back of my mic. Perhaps an Uchiwa would help. I don't know. Maybe. I'm throwing it out there. It's part of the festivities. Of course. In the Far East, they used Uchiwa to ward off evil spirits, right? But maybe our festival fans would work. In that case, allow me to do the honors. Okay, smirk emoji. Evil spirit, be gone! Uchiwa shoi! Damn. You fucking did it. Yes! Well, that was easy. Shall we head back for drinks? Uh-huh. Terribly sorry to interject, but I think there's been a misunderstanding. That's only one of my dear cactuars. I'm still missing the other 6. You had how many cactuars? I do appreciate you finding cacti, of course, but I'm worried about Cactilo, and Cactina, and Cactistifer, and... Wait, so when you said pets, you brought 7 cactuars to Lenosia? It is concerning, then, that we scoured every inch of the island and only found 1. It appears we will have to take our search to the mainland. Very well. Let us take up our Uchiwa and find these cactuars, that we might ease them of their torment. Bro, what if they're just suffering from, like, heat stroke? Like, what if it's not even a fucking evil spirit? They're just overheated, and as a result, they're just going nuts. And the reason that the fucking fan works is because, you know, it cools them down. You have learned the emote Uchiwa Shoi. Yay. He's a funny little man. Oh, I'm glad to have Cacti back, and Hail of Mind to boot. Those fans are sure to work their magic on the rest of my dearies. Shout chat going wild in Costa del Sol. 6 more. Ugh. Oh, hold on. Target. Festival Fan Frenzy. Moonfire Fair Chaperone Botafoin. Botafoin? Botafoin? I don't know. Is prepared to help you track down a half-dozen wayward cactuars. I take it you're ready to begin. In that case, let us review our objective. First, we must seek out these cactuars. As soon as one is located, placate it with a gust from your Uchiwa. Then bring it back here. You, my friend, are in charge of searching the southwestern cliffside. Okay. Southwestern. Go, my steed. My pupper. Cactuar. Where d- Cavorting cactuar. Unable to execute action from this location. Why? Alright, show you. The cactuar appears to have snapped out of it, whatever it may have been. Why its eyes like that? Stop looking at me like that. Eager for your company, it walks right up to you, allowing you to grab it. Aw, adorable. I love seeing people doing the emote, after, like, I've already placated the cactuar, because it's just like, bro is fanning nothing. Cactuar is dancing like a plant possessed, but a refreshing ushi washoi ought to do the trick. The cactuar appears to have snapped out of it, whatever it may have been. Eager for your company, it walks right up to you, allowing you to grab it. Go, Torgal. It's motherfucking Torgal time. You've all done such a great job bringing my dearies back safe and sound. Safe and sound. I want to know what the rest of their names are. I only pray we manage to find them all. Alright, Pubiano Pepper. Welcome back. I don't suppose you found any cactuars. I found 2. That brings us to 7. Excellent, we're done. And now that that's over with, I think I'll grab myself a drink and find a nice vantage point, preferably somewhere in the shade. Oh, take me with you. I've been dying for a drink. Little tippy taps. At last, the crisis is well and truly averted. Now I can return my focus to what matters most, ensuring a spectacular time is had by all. Seeing as Armaga still needs a status report, could I ask you to see to that? Yeah, man. With those pesky cactuars back under control, it is time I livened things up around here. Would you be so kind as to relay the glad tidings to Armaga? Armaga. Ma'am. Here in Costa del Sol, where he goes over to the Empire Affairs, in town overwhelming, rush to know. That's nice. Armaga! Oh, God. Excuse me. Welcome back, Igeld. Seems you had the cactuar crisis well in hand. You've done your part to keep the peace, and for that I thank you. Okay. Now, what's this I hear about a malicious aura? Advocacy of the Uchiwa aside, I'd rather get to the bottom of this, lest we suffer the same problem next year. I still say it was heat stroke. I just wanted to report that the pet cactuars are resting safely away from the main festivities. Asked another chaperone to keep an eye on them. I cannot apologize enough for the trouble I caused. Yes, well, I'm glad to have this matter settled quietly. My lovely ladies were quite frightened. That being said, speaking as one who has seen his share of dances, your pets have a star potential, my dear Memeja. Truly, perhaps I should have them formally trained. You are not seriously going to encourage that behavior, are you? Lest you forget, it was pure coincidence that we found a peaceable solution through the use of our Uchiwa. Were something like this to happen again, that luck may not hold. Surely you don't mean... I've learned my lesson, I swear it. As soon as we're home, I'll ensure they're trained to stay at my side at all times. That's all I ask. Incidentally, did you notice anything that might have served as the catalyst to their cavorting? No, I'm afraid not. I was away at the time, you see. I thought it quite strange myself. One moment they were downing their wine like They were drunk! They were downing their wine like sailors, and the next, it was as though they were possessed by some manner of wicked spirit. Gegaruju, you motherfucker. They were drinking wine, my lord. Ah, what a fine vintage it was. I was delighted to be in like-minded company. Oh, the great conversation we could have had, if only they could speak. Meja, I can't believe I'm asking this, but is wine safe for cactuars? How should I know? I've only ever given them the finest spring water from the mountains of Kurthus myself. So they were just drunk? Is that Alpha? And Omega? Ha! They barely had a cupful each! And besides, it's not like I poured the stuff down their throats, did I? The mammoths from the island sanctuary in the background. Alright, look, perhaps sharing a bottle wasn't the best of ideas, but how was I to know they couldn't hold their drink? Personally, I'm just glad the mystery's been put to rest. And seeing as Mamaja's learned her lesson, I dare say we won't be seeing a repeat of this incident. Well, in case someone else gives wine to some other cactuars, I'll be sure to let the chaperone team know to reach for an uchiwa rather than a weapon. That would be much appreciated, Pupiano. Now, let us return to the festival. The Adventurers Guild won't promote itself, you know. As for you, Guild, on behalf of the entire chaperone team, I thank you. Enjoy the remainder of the event, and don't be a stranger, alright? Okay. Summer's biggest fan. What do they sell at the vendor? Storm Tracer, Flame Tracer, Serpent Tracer, one that's Bombird, Pinwheel, Bouncing Bomb, Balloon. Ugh. What are you guys doing here? This festival will surely offer us the inspiration we need for new visions. The island cries out for chaos, and I intend to deliver. Quack, quack, quack! Aww. Love those two. I'm excited to show them off once we actually get to, that point in, our New Game Plus playthrough. But for now, it's time for us to head to... Oh, God. Had we gotten to the locks? I think we had gotten to the locks. Well, let's go ahead and, boop. There we go. And, okay. Oh, I can start New Game Plus now. Oh, we had gotten to the locks. Alright. So, we've only got a few quests left in Stormblood proper, which is exciting. Carter built those walls to give shelter to his brothers and sisters. Now our people's freedom rests on us tearing them down. Alvino remains concerned for his dear friend. I bet he does. For all our other accomplishments, Crown remains in the hands of our enemy, and I find myself wondering if I could have done more. Though we know now that she was taken to the city, we have found nothing which might tell us where she is being held. You know, you could just ask me. Oh, hey, Thancred. Thancred! What have you learned? I shall spare you the particulars of my infiltration and simply state that I have seen her with my own eyes. She's being held within the residential district south of the city proper. I tracked her to the ruins of an old temple of the Fist of Rolga, within which the Imperials have constructed a research facility. A research facility? What manner of research? Why, methods to imbue Garleans with the power to manipulate ether. In pursuit of which goal, their scientists have, I am sorry to report, performed many questionable experiments on living subjects. What? Calm down, Alphino. We've already been tasked with securing the Alamegan Quarter. This just gives us a reason to do it faster. I entered and exited the facility by stowing aboard Imperial transports, but that method is not suitable for a larger force. And it goes without saying that a direct assault on the rather substantial main gates would be ill-advised. I think I might know someone who can help. What accent do I have again? One of my men. He had an idea about how to get into the city. Actually, it might be best if I let him explain it himself. One moment. BRB. Hello, sir. Oh, this is that guy from like way at the beginning of the expansion. It's been a while. I'll not take offense if you don't remember. Might even be glad of it. Alagana, am I right? Aye, Whiskar's the name. I was raised in the peaks, but my mum grew up in the city. Any road, I reckon we can get inside the Alamegan Quarter by way of Loch Seld. What? How? It was a story my mum told us. Fucking goddamn. It was a story my mum told us, which made me think of it. She was always going on about what life was like when she was a girl. See, how they used to have to boil the water from the well before they could drink it, since it was full of salt. They were drawing salt water from the lochs, which means there must be an underwater tunnel or something. Aye, that's it. It won't be as simple as going for a swim. The well was closed, see. Apparently, Theodoric decided one day he wanted to control the water supply and forbade water trading. So even if you come up through it, you'll find yourself on the wrong side of a locked gate. At the time, my grandfather, being an enterprising sort, befriended a guard and lifted the key from his belt. He made a copy and carried on selling water until the Imperials invaded, and he ended up working at the saltery. In short, we need your grandfather's key, assuming he still has it. I'm certain he does. I can take you to him, but it'll be dangerous. Don't you worry about that. We're used to dangerous. Nago and Arnvald will assemble a squadron while the rest of us go and get that key. Okay. Dibby-da-bow. Please, I need a fucking aetheryte on the other side of this map. Had I judged it possible to rescue her myself, I would have, but there were too many guards, too many ways it could have ended badly. I knew at once I would need your help. Hold on, Krile. We're coming. We couldn't have had it more, fucking goddamn. We couldn't have had more than a few days training when the Imperials attacked the Reach, but I've seen my share of combat since. I may be no hero like you, but I can hold my own against Imperial regulars. You'll see. Mefrid told me about your time in Alagana. I was certain someone gave you a piece of his mind when you first met. Try not to hold it against him. Let's not waste any more time then, shall we? My mum said Granddad kept the key with him at all times as a lucky charm. If he hasn't got it, then, well... Then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Ready, Eigeld? You may have to deal with a few Imperial patrols, or worse. I'm so fucking ready! Oh fuck, it just starts. Obsidian Carbuncle. Motherfucking more like a sloblin. Am I right? Hold on. Let me just... So there's been some news recently about Warner Brothers looking at selling some of the things that it has under its belt because it's like bleeding money, I guess, and it doesn't want to like split up the company. Especially after, you know, they made such a big deal about the Discovery merger and just fucking completely buggered that shit up. But one of the things that they talked about potentially doing a sell-off of is their gaming division, which is interesting, but obviously concerns me. Like, there's a lot of developers under the Warner Brothers, like, umbrella that I would worry about, like, why are these guys, like, stopping and starting so much? Do I have, like, a bad connection or something? We've been dealing with some issues recently, admittedly. Water is filled with salt from the locks. Aged barrel. Barrel appears to have been recently filled with fish pickled in salt. Someone was hard at work less than a week ago. Lumber appears to have lain undisturbed for some time. Because, like, you know, I'm thinking about, like, the big one that I think, like, anyone will tell you. Like, I think Warner Brothers even, I think, talked about, like, selling DC, which is wild to think about, because DC has been owned by Warner Brothers, I think, since I was a kid. And then, like, other things that, like, you know, I think about when I think about, like, Warner Brothers potentially selling off, like, companies under it, is I think about, like, NetherRealm Studios, the folks that are currently, that are, like, you know, the Mortal Kombat and all that. And just like, look, I've kind of fallen off Mortal Kombat, like, on a grand scale for some time now. Where it's just like, mostly I'm keeping up with, like, spin-off material, like animated films and movies and stuff like that. Fallen masonry. Crumbling masonry appears to have lain undisturbed for some time. But it's just like, I had such a fucking Mortal Kombat phase growing up that it was just like, I loved, like, learning about it. I loved the story of it, the characters. Some kind of queer device. Oh, that's just me. Who put me in this game? Oh, fuck! The Magitech device suddenly springs to life, flashing brightly and emitting a shrill sound. It's a trap! Alright, which one of you triggered the obvious trap? Wasn't me? Question mark? Oh, hold on. Let me... No. The way everyone's moving so with, like, such stutters is concerning me. But, like, the other thing that I think about with regards to, like, a Warner Brothers sell-off is, I believe, currently, Monolith, the original developers of Fear, and the folks that made, the Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War series, would also be included in that. I don't know, I think about that sometimes. I think about Fear quite a bit. A Tattered Diary. Maybe I should have found this first. In the wake of the ambush, you find a diary belonging to a laborer. Oh, okay. The last entry makes mention of a plan to take shelter in the Sali Monastery. Because, like, the Fear series is, like, one of my favorite, like, game series, I think. Like, I always have a lot of fun when I play those games. And it's kind of unfortunate that, like, they've sort of fallen by the wayside for the most part. Like, the last entry in the Fear series was like a online co-op shooter that was like, among other things, terrible, if you can believe it. And then was unceremoniously taken offline because, you know, people have been doing that to video games for ever, actually. God, I want to replay the Fear games again sometime. I remember, I think when I was doing my mid-aughts shooter-thon, like, playing the Fear games that qualified for that was one of the things I was most excited about, I think. Because I don't ever not have a good time playing Fear, or First Encounter, Assault Recon, Extraction Point, and Perseus Mandate. Like, consistently I have a good time with that. It's been a hot minute since I've, like, given Fear 2 a run-through. And it's been even longer since I last, like, earnestly played Fear 3. Like, I think the last time I actually, I don't know. I think maybe the last time I played Fear 3 at all might have been when I streamed it last. But I think then I was using the PC version because I was doing a co-op with friend of the stream, Opal. Can you not? Ah, damn it. Son of a bitch. Piece of shit gunship. Piece of ship. I constantly flip-flop between, like, when it comes to, like, streaming games that I really want to play, forcing myself to stick to a schedule versus just going buck wild and doing what I want. Because, like, usually I try to stick with a game until I finish it. Like, the fact that I haven't gone back to Breath of the Wild is kind of... I wouldn't say it's 100% an anomaly. There are a few games that I have started and just straight up have not returned to. Like Gex 3 or Castlevania Judgment. Breath of the Wild is kind of a anomaly with how much I put into that game. Prior to just kind of like straight up stopping it. I mean, like, it's not like I don't plan on going back to it. I do eventually plan on going back to it. But it's just like, normally I will try to commit to a schedule and focus on a game until I'm done with it. How did I take Vuln stacks? Did this guy give me Vuln stacks? That's wild. But, like, this has the unfortunate effect of, like, oh, hey, what if I suddenly want to play something else in the meantime? It's just like, well, no, I gotta focus on this thing that I'm actually working on. And, fucking worry about doing that shit later. This is it. This is the monastery. I have to be around here somewhere. Cellar. What? What? It's me, Whisker, your grandson.
Whisker! By Ralger, is it really you? Oh, it's good to see you alive and well, lad. But who are these other ones?
The resistance, Granddad. My comrades in arms.
Oh, I don't like any of that. She told you all about me thumbing my nose at the Mad King, did she? Here, Death Sod's never caught me neither. Wasn't much, but it's my way of rebelling against his rule. Glad to see you've got higher aspirations. Here, make our family proud.
Thanks. I will, I swear. Rolga's my witness. Yay. We should go. Arnvold and the others are waiting. The revolutionary spirit runs in the family, I see. I'll make them proud. I'll make them all proud.
If I were 10 years younger, but I'm not. Look after my grandson.
I won't. Hi, Lise. I was worried when he wasn't at the Saltery, but we found him in the end. Now that we've got the key, it's time to find that underwater tunnel. Na 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 na. The Resonant. Lise is in a mood for a swim. We'll need to dive into the locks and look for a tunnel leading beneath the residential district. That should be no problem for Aigeld and me, thanks to the Kojine's blessing, but for the rest of you... I will have you know that I can hold my breath for 10 minutes. I think it best I support Monago and Arvold's unit. Oh, right, you can't swim. I am aware of that, thank you, but it is neither here nor there, given that I lack both the Kojine's blessing and Thancred's preternatural lung capacity. Right, right. Of course, I didn't mean anything by it, nothing at all. So, Aigeld, Thancred, and me. Let's head to the water's edge. Alphino and Whisker can rejoin the others and wait outside the gates for us to let them in. Okay. He can't swim. But yeah, sometimes I run into situations where it's just like, right now, I have, perhaps against my better judgment, committed to finishing X2 Wolverine's Revenge in some kind of capacity during my Wednesday streams. Now, I don't know what form this is going to take, if it's going to be just like I'm going to play each level until I get frustrated by it and then just skip to the next one until we get to the very end, or if it's going to be I'm going to try to like, finish it as best I can. But I want to finish it in some capacity before I move on to anything else, even if the other games that I could play, X-Men the official game or X-Men Origins Wolverine Uncaged Edition, are considerably better. And then on Fridays, I'm going to be starting to do the Darksiders series, which I'm very excited about. Like, more than anything. Like, that is definitely one of those ones where it's just like, oh, yeah, I have been wanting to do this one in particular for some time, and have just been, like, not doing it. Because, you know, for fun. Not doing it for fun. You would be surprised what skills an urchin can pick up in a city of pirates. A knack for selling the fine leather waistcoats being one. This looks like as good a place as any. Ere you dive into the briny deep. Ah, hey, Oriange. Still in the bad outfit, I see. Well, we'll get you next patch. Oriange, what are you doing here? Master Alphino informed me of your plan, and thus did I hasten to your side. When Mistress Alice unfolded to me the tale of her defeat, I was much intrigued by the apparent ease with which Fordola, a theretofore unexceptional warrior, defied my lady's every attempt to do her harm. After some few days of deliberation, I subsequently contrived what I believed to be a solution to the problem of her preternatural prescience. Fucking... God damn it, Oriange! Preternatural prescience. 'Twas in hopes of furnishing you with the fruits of my labors that I came. Here, I mean. You what? Wait, isn't that Moonbreeder's... Her etheric siphon formed the basis for my design. Should my hypothesis prove correct, you need but activate it in her presence. To say more would endanger the plan, for ignorance is your shield. Okay. You secretive motherfucker. It was Moonbreeder's time. It is not yours, my friends. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal, and return. We will, for you and for her. Punches my hand. Okay. Right, I'm going in. Follow me. Sploosh. But, like, sometimes I do wish that, like, I had... I guess, really what it kind of comes down to more than anything is just my time and availability, realistically speaking. If I were somebody who did this, like, for a living, you know, like, living off of, like, ad revenue and stuff like that, then maybe I could afford to occasionally just kind of, like, drop everything and just play a game that I really want to play. The tunnel leads east. Thancred's already gone ahead. Let's not keep him waiting. But I try to maintain consistency more than anything. Like, because, like, if I'm not constantly chasing trends, then at the very least, like, I can try and be... like, as reliable as possible with, like, the times that I stream, what I'm streaming, how long I stream them for, things like that. We're in. I think we've got another solo duty coming up. I don't know. I've talked before about, like... Can I sit in this chair? I can. I've talked before about how, like... As much as I would like to do something like this for a living, I sometimes struggle with the realities of, like... what I would have to do to make that happen. Like, being particularly bad at, like, advertising myself. Chasing trends, even if it's, like... forcing myself to play a game that I genuinely don't think I'm going to like at all. That tunnel was much longer than anticipated. I would rather not make the trip again if it's all the same to you. It's not. I'm gonna make you do it again. Whew, that was fun. Yes, tremendous fun. Who needs Beastman's blessing anyway? I still can't believe you managed to hold your breath the entire time. It felt like we were down there for hours. Anyway, it's time we let our friends in. Once we head up these stairs, we'll need to make our way to the main gates, which are somewhere to the west of here. Forgive me for stating the obvious, but it bears repeating that until we open the gates, we three are on our own. It would be in our best interest to avoid guards and easily startled small folk. Obviously, but once our guests have arrived, we'll be free to head towards the research facility where trials being held as loudly as we like. Since you've been here before, will you lead the way? Of course. I will move quickly, so see that you do not fall behind. Okay. Nothing left to say then? Let's get to it. That tunnel was much longer. Oh, that's the same dialogue. All set, Igeld? Yeah, girl. Let's fucking go. Thancred's still on that rogue shit. I like that he has one really big sword and then like a tiny knife. It's very funny to me. I don't know. Not every time I've played something that has, like, a certain degree of popularity has been bad. I had a fair bit of fun with Bendy and the Ink Machine. And I have the sequel. Like, I bought it. I just haven't really, like, found a good place to play it. A lever or a winch? Here we go. Hell is open, heaven's weep. Alphino, can you hear me? The gates are open. Head to the Resonatorium. And like with the new like free, why are you guys going that way? And like with the PlayStation Plus games this month being that fucking awful new Five Nights at Freddy's game, like I don't know if I want to court that audience, you know? Like, sometimes you gotta pick your battles and you gotta ask yourself, like, hey, what do I want to, like, be known for? Like, I like being a variety streamer. I don't like the idea of, like, confining myself to one thing, and I think it's fun to sometimes show off, like, games a person may not have heard of, but, like, I enjoy or have some interest in. Like, I really want to do a stream of, like, Kingdoms of Amalur at some time, because like, that was a game that I played a bunch as a kid, never finished it, but really enjoyed what I did play of it. I say when I was a kid, I think I was in college when that game came out, though. All I knew, the most I knew about that game when I first started playing it was just like, oh, the developers of this game, the studio is run by the former pitcher for the Red Sox. Hi, Fordola. Ah, I see you have the fucked up eye. I've reckoned you lot would come, but I didn't think you'd have the nerve to break the bloody doors down. Makes no difference to me, though. Time to die. Use the etheric siphon to weaken Fordola and defeat her in battle. Yeah, alright. I've got this funny stick.
I can read your every move.
Damn, alright. Wait, what? Oh, shit. Hold on, I'm gonna just... Give me a second. Okay. Zap.
Out of my way.
Stop it. We almost have her. Do we? She's still at like 80%, Alfie. Hey, what's that? Oh, shit.
How could I lose?
Stop. Fuck off. Hold on, can I just...
I'll put you to pieces.
I'm just gonna give Lisa a hand here real quick. Lise, can you help me with her, please? She is giving me so much guff. I don't know. It's a lot having so much stuff you want to do, but like, because this is more of a side thing for me, like, I don't have nearly the time that I'd like to oh, damn, okay, just Lise out here just tossing out LB3s, fuck. I don't have nearly the time that I need to in order to, like,
do them.
Do you know how long I've wanted to do a playthrough of, like, the Bionic Commando reboot games? Like, the ones from, like, 2009 and then also later? Get fucking wrecked. Get absolutely palm-striked.
No,
Palm-struck?
not after everything. I cannot lose. I will not.
You're going to lose, and all of your
But
sacrifices
you
will be for nothing.
Without your tricks, you're nothing. Conrad, Mefrid, your own comrades. I should kill you here and now for what you did. But there's no place for that kind of justice here. Not in my Alamigo. Oh, how very bloody noble of you. Why, you'll pardon me my sins, will you? After you and your freedom fighters come and tear down everything we've worked so hard to build? We were fighting for our people's freedom.
Hey, Fordola, your master's loosening the leash on your necks a little bit is not freedom. I'm just putting it out there. You're kind of an idiot. Like, Fordola, I love you. You get way better. But right now, you're kind of a dumbass. Just a little bit.
You're slaves to a tyrant. There's no freedom in that.
Anyways, we should probably free Kryle.
Now, my friend!
Should I punch it? Should I punch it open? Should I punch it? Let me punch it. Oh, I'm hitting funny buttons. Okay, never mind. I can settle for funny buttons. I was gonna say, how do we know this is the one Kryle's in? But Thancred probably knew. Hey, girl, hey.
Cryle!
Alphino? I knew you'd come.
Yeah, I'm pretty cool.
Touching as this moment is, it will have to wait. We should rejoin the main force at once.
Sounds like a plan.
Lise!
I'm taking her back with us, alive. She's going to answer for what she's done. Listen to you, talking like you've already won. Xenos is gonna tear you apart. He commands a power, echoing that of the Icons.
Well, it's a good thing I'm the Icon Slayer, then.
What are you talking about? The hunt, you stupid cow. I'm talking about the hunt. He said you'd come, and here you are, his willing prey. You and your friends are dead, just like mine. And all our misery, all our sacrifice, it was all for naught!
Well, aren't you going to feel really silly in like 3 quests?
No. You're gonna live long enough to see us win our freedom. I promise you that. May I live 1,000 years.
Interrogations can wait. Let us be off.
There's something about how much conviction Fordola has that, like, what she was doing was the best course of action, and that, oh, we're never going to win, and then everything that she's done will be for nothing because we fucked it all up. And it's just like, girl, we're so close to the end of this. You realize that, right? Saved once more by Urianger's ingenuity. Look forward to learning why it was so imperative that we remain ignorant of the device's precise function. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. They used medicines to keep me in a torpor for much of the time. I fear I am still recovering from their effects. But I will be fine. I will. How we know? What a relief to have finally found her! Though our greatest challenge yet lies ahead of us, on the eve of this final battle I find myself overcome with joy. We could not have saved her without everyone's help. Thancred, Lys, Urianger, and of course you. But yes, there is still much and more to be done. I should be very interested to learn the meaning of Fordola's ominous words, for one. Me too. I'm gonna go let our kitten out of her crate. She's been in there this whole time since I was eating. Hi, Kathy. Oh, big little scratch. You can come out now if you want. Just don't bite and scratch me. Or you're going back in for biting, scratching. Ugh. Oh god, it's dawning on me that I might need to hard queue for the boss, the final boss of Stormblood at some point. That's gonna be a whole thing. Alpha No is a man with one less worry on his mind. A man? He's like 16. Lys has gone to deliver Fordola into the custody of the Alliance, leaving Monago and her men to hold the residential district and stand ready. Once the Alliance has breached the main gates and commenced their assault, the Resistance forces will push through to the entrance here, and join the fray. In that case, I will remain here. My search for Kryl took me into the city proper, and my familiarity with their defenses may prove useful to the Resistance. Understood. I shall instruct Arnavold and his unit to render support as well. They were tasked with securing the Aetherite, as I recall. With me, Eigeld. It's kind of wild to think that, like, we started here, went here, went all along here, and then ended up, like, first over here, and then over here. And there's all of this up here, which I don't think we even, like, touch in the 4.0 MSQ. I forget how much of it we actually see in the patches, though. Tilda. Swinton? Oh, there's Monago. Hi, Monago. Hey, girl, hey. Can you believe it? Not only did we secure the residential district, we've captured Fordola. Wait until the Flame General hears about this. Yeah, he's gonna think we're so cool. Like, he already thought I was cool, because I'm, like, super cool. I don't know if you know this. I'm, like, the coolest person. It's basically a superpower, how cool I am. Anyway. Oh my god, why the fuck am I running? Actually, why the hell don't I have my Chocobo out? Come here, Hazel. Da-na, da-na-na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na-na. Oh, Jamoldva and Vamatia are here. It is far, far too early to celebrate. Xenos is not finished with us yet. Kryl is safe and the Alamecan court is secure. We could not have hoped for a better outcome. This Aetherite is perhaps the most strategically important landmark here, as it can serve as a gateway for attuned troops with sufficient anima. Such tactics are not without their risks, however. Were the Imperials to discover that the Aetherite was being used in such a fashion, they might turn their artillery upon us, destroying the beacon and the better part of the district, at the cost of countless civilian lives. Thank God that doesn't happen. I didn't know what had become of Arnvold and the others after I was taken. It's such a relief to see them hale and healthy. Gods, Cryle. It's so good to see you. I feared the worst. It wasn't your fault. You saved me, all of you. Thank you. We'll be departing shortly for Porta Praetoria to rejoin the main host. Arnvold, I would have your unit remain here with Thancred, that you might support the resistance troops in the coming battle. Understood. We won't let you down. I trust you will refrain from doing anything I would not. We are both far too young to die. Right. No noble sacrifices. Got it. Aegeld, Cryle, let us be off then. Thank the 12 she's alright. I don't know what I would have done. I would have probably gone nuts. Like, he probably would have fucking lost it. Just gone absolutely bonkers. I'm gonna go ahead and teleport. You may be wondering, Gage, it's like 70 gil. Why the hell are you using an Aetheryte ticket? And the answer is I'm trying to be frugal here. I'm trying to save up, okay? There's a cool bike that you can buy in Dawn Trail, but it's 7.5 million gil, okay? And I'm only at 4.5. The matron smiles upon us this day with the safe return of you and your captured comrade. Such tidings are sure to raise the men's spirits. Well done securing the residential district. Alamigo is nearly ours. I don't know, man. I'm tired. This has been a long campaign. Is this voiced?
Ah, the heroes of the hour. Not content with securing the residential district, you gifted me an Imperial commander. What are you after, a medal?
Please?
The work is its own reward, General.
I want a medal.
I must say, however, that Fordola's claims were not a little disturbing. What manner of power could Xenos have acquired that might equal an icon?
Bunny get medal? Bunny get medal, please?
Might you speak of our missing Omega?
Very possibly. The Empire's fondness for comparable Allagan technologies is exceedingly well documented. Have we made any progress with our own investigation?
None. The search goes on in earnest, but Cid has thus far found nothing of note. Mayhap the Garleans beat us to it. If they were working desperately to repair the machine, that might explain their decision to remain within their walls.
Ah, Lys. I trust you surrendered Fordola into custody without incident. We were just discussing the pilot's claims.
About Xenos and his newfound powers. She hasn't said a word on the subject since we rescued Cryle, even when the interrogator asked nicely.
Mayhap I can offer some insight into her claims, or at least into the facility and the experiments they conducted during my time there. Though my memories of the period are somewhat muddled, there are a few things I remember with painful clarity.
Thancred told us only that Fordola had undergone some manner of treatment.
Yes. It is a place wholly dedicated to the creation of enhanced beings, whom they refer to as the Resonant. As I understand it, the process aims to imbue a test subject with the qualities of an individual with demonstrated magical aptitude. This entails the mechanical extraction and transfusion of some manner of primordial essence.
Fucked up if true.
So that's how Fordola improved so fast. I knew there had to be something. She wasn't half as strong or quick to predict my attacks when we first met. If it weren't for Oriange's siphon thingy, I really don't think we'd have beaten her.
My humble scheme asked far more
Oh,
of the
shit.
execution than it required in the conception, I do assure thee.
Oh, you've got to stop doing that.
In calling upon Lady Alisaie after her defeat, I was most intrigued to learn of the apparent effortlessness with which Fordola countered her attacks. 'twas as if she knew the blade's destination ere its journey began. A most impressive feat under any circumstances, but an almost miraculous one when considered in the context of Fordola's unfamiliarity with my lady's arts. How then could she so perfectly predict an unknown opponent's every move? After much deliberation, I surmised that Fordola may be possessed of a preternatural ability to divine meaning from the fluctuations of an individual's ether and to instinctively react. To employ a metaphor, one might say that she was attuned to the whispers of my Lady Alize's soul.
Okay, you're dancing around the revelation
Wait,
here.
have you not just described a manifestation of the Echo?
I had no conclusive proof. The available anecdotal evidence suggested only that Fordola was uncommonly sensitive to etheric fluctuations, and 'twas this which led me to develop my stratagem. I would fashion a device with the capacity to generate a massive disruption in the surrounding ether. If, as I suspected, Fordola's senses were indeed questing for the most minor of oscillations, the shock of exposure to a more amplitudinous etheric waveform would be akin to a debilitating bout of ether sickness.
How ingenious. I note that the success of your plan hinged on your device's wielder remaining ignorant of its purpose, lest Fordola divine your intent.
Indeed so, Master Alphino. All things considered, 'twas a most fortuitous outcome.
That's putting it mildly. In any event, if Urianger is correct, that would mean these Resonant have been granted the power of the Echo via artificial means. A sobering thought, to say the least, and one which makes me wonder what else Xenos has in store.
Whatever the Viceroy's newfound powers, I know of none better equipped to face him. And face him you must. For there is now but one path forward, and it leads straight to Alamigo.
And it's not as if we came unprepared. We've got all our friends and allies fighting for the same thing. Honestly, right now, I feel like we could take on anyone and win. And I mean anyone.
Hello. Victory is as good as ours.
Exactly. Oh, I wouldn't want to be in Xenos' boots. Not with the likes of us coming to get him. Right, I'd best get back to the residential district. Thancred and the Resistance forces are waiting.
Okay, have fun, bye-bye.
It is time we join the main host. Krull, in light of your recent ordeal, might I suggest that you remain with the rearguard for now?
Oh, if you insist. Just this once.
Alright. As I said, there's but one path forward. We take Alamigo, and with it, Xenos' head. I prithee proceed with the utmost caution, Aigeld. If there be truth in Fordola's words, and the Viceroy is indeed possessed of a power echoing that of the Icons, then still greater strength shall be required to bring about his defeat. Yeah, luckily, I don't know if you know this about me, but they call me the Icon Slayer. If I may, General, is there aught Aigeld and I can do to assist with final preparations? Glad you asked. Pippin informed me moments ago that all forces are in position and that we are ready to commence the assault. Naught remains but to notify the Alliance commanders. If you've no objections, I should be glad to have you do the honors, Aigeld. You were instrumental to the success of Operation Archon. You helped bring an end to the Dragonsong War. You are a hero to the people and a symbol of hope. Some might judge it an empty gesture, or worse, a waste of your talents. But I know it would mean much to everyone here. Yeah, I could do that. The General makes a good point. The Warrior of Light's worth may be measured not only by what she does, but by what she inspires others to do. Hey, Emmerich. Oh, God. Alright, well, now I'm just nervous. Xenos has never cared a whit for politics. He lives for war and war alone. Kill him or he will kill you. Huh, that you should be the one to bring me word. By the Fury, it is good to see you, my friend. You, who stood with us in our direst hour, will ever be an inspiration to my countrymen, and to me. Though Ishgard's debt can never be repaid, it is my hope that our deeds this day shall go some small way to redressing the balance. Yeah, man. Oh god, stairs. The Elder Seedseer saw fit to grant me mercy at Cotno. Perhaps, if the opportunity allows, you may offer the same to my former comrades. But if not, then so be it. Wait, were you a conscript? That is more backstory for the Keeper of the Entwined Serpents than I have ever heard at any other point in this game. Anyways, hi Kani-sana. All is ready. Very well. Though many will fall in the coming battle, how many more shall know liberty for their sacrifice? There is a time for peace and a time for war. Even the matron understands this. We who have received of hers and the elemental's blessing go now to stand for Eorzea and her children. Sup, fuckers? 'Tis rare these days that I am granted leave to take the field. Mayhap I should have brought my mask. It's time, then. Though this is not my theater of choice, we will play our part. Our cannons care not either way. That battery has sunk enough ships to fell a fleet. It is not like to be bested by a gate. Hell yeah, girl. Well, fine, everyone's ready.
It is done then. Thank you, Igeld, for humoring an old bull.
Maelstrom, Adder, and his guardian forces are in position, General.
Resistance forces in the Alamegan Quarter are ready and wait our signal.
Okay. Not left to do but the deed itself.
Uh-huh. Na 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 na. I have asked Urianger to look after Kryl. He will keep her out of harm's way. Though after what she has endured, her physical well-being may be the least of our worries.
Worry not for her safety. Look thee to the east.
Okay, man, calm down. Raban has the measure of his reach. Raban has a personal favor to ask of you.
Right then, I must go to my men. Shall be leading the first charge through the breach.
Then we shall head to the front.
Pippin has command of our artillery outside the gate. It will not be hard to find. Ah, but before you go, I have a final favor to ask. Give this to my son. He will understand.
Alright. Dibbidi-ba, dibbidi-bow. Oh, everybody's really excited. Oh, wait, not Mount Roulette. Oh, God. Ugh. You know what games I really want to stream? I want to do a proper stream playthrough of... Oh, hi, Kale. Wow, funny weather time. I want to do a proper playthrough of the Force Unleashed games. Because I was playing Jedi Fallen Order a couple weeks back. And the entire time I was playing it, all I could think was, wow, I would be having way more fun playing Star Wars Force Unleashed. You should question modded or normal. Normal. It's the Xbox version, so. Oh my god, guys, look, there's Assault Druva right over there.
Should we, like, do something about her? She's not bothering anybody. 'Twould seem our position here is secure. Igale to Alphino. What is that you've got there? This is a package from your dad.
It's ladies' night on the bridge. Leave her alone. Fair enough.
By the 12, this is Tizona. The Bull of Alamigo's legendary sword, forged from 2 cursed blades.
I suppose he really only needs one of them now, huh?
The sword is a symbol of everything my father fought to achieve. A weapon claimed on the blood sands, and with it fortune and glory. Its flames consumed the unworthy, but by fire was he reborn.
Like the realm?
That he should bequeath it to me now, to carry on his legacy. Well, I shall endeavor to deserve it, but I'll be damned if this is his final battle.
Here you go, Pippin, your father's package.
Stop! Once we begin, there will be no respite until it's over. Are you ready, my friends?
Yeah. It's huge and heavy, and user was banned for this post.
Very well. Brace yourselves. This should be quite a spectacle.
Vice Marshal! Vice Marshal! Imperial unit approaching from the north!
Aiming to destroy our artillery, are they? How many?
Total numbers unconfirmed. At least one squadron, but stir, they're wolfmen!
Vere Domite. Bloody hells, that's all we need. Call up the Bloodsworn. Tell them to make ready. Marshal Terrapin, wait. These wolfmen of whom you speak hail from Doma. They were coerced into fighting for the Empire, spirited away to a foreign land and told that if they disobeyed, their lives and of their kin would be forfeit. But their homeland has been liberated. They have no reason to continue serving their imperial masters. Ere you engage them in battle, I beseech you, grant us a moment to go and attempt to convince them to lay down their arms.
Yeah, man. I knew this was here, but I was just like, hey, when do we convince the wolf boys not to fight?
I am loath to gift our enemy more time to prepare, but if there is a chance that this conflict might be avoided, I suppose we must take it. Go then, but be quick. We will, Vice Marshal. With me, Igeld. Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't doubt that Jedi Fallen Order is like a good game, but there is some quality of it that, like, I don't know. A lot of, like, the newer, like, Star Wars stuff is just... Ever since, like, the Disney buyout, there's some quality of it that just doesn't feel right. I couldn't quantify that to you properly. But it's I think it has more to do with the fact that, like, older expanded universe stuff just felt a little bit more Wild West-ish in terms of just, like, you could just fucking do whatever. Here's a goddamn Twi'lek with a Robo-Leku. Who gives a shit? Yeah, their brain matter is inside those tentacles, so she's basically missing the left half of her brain, but who gives a fucking blip? It's cool. She's got a robot Leku. We got fucking Kyle Katarn up in this bullshit. Anyway, let's go talk to Alphino. Nobody gave a fuck about, like, what canon they were preserving. It was all about just, like, having fun. It's the same shit. This is the same shit that I was talking about with regards to the X-Men movies the other day, where it's just like the MCU stuff is all so concerned with maintaining canonicity and making sure that everything fits together perfectly from one piece of media to the other. But then the X-Men films were just like, who fucking cares? Yeah, Wolverine dies in this one. Is this the same timeline as the others? No, explicitly not. Who gives a shit? I don't think I can put it into words, proceeds to put it into exact words. I mean, you know, I didn't think I could. Evidently I could.
We will wait here for the Lupin to arrive. Steel yourself, my friend. Though I hope to resolve this without resorting to violence, it would seem wise to prepare for the worst.
Another solo duty. I forgot that so many of, like, the final runs in this game, final quests in this expansion had solo duties.
They come, High-Gald.
What, all at once? Nasty. Oh, hey, boys. How y'all doing?
You, clear the road.
Honorable warriors of Doma, my name is Alphino Levier, and I come before you with news of great import.
Silence, boy. You stand up on a battlefield. Be gone or be cut down.
Doma is free! Lord Hien has returned and driven Yoththayu and the Imperials from your lands. We were there, we helped him. There's no need for you to fight for Xenos.
Lord Hien is dead, and you are a liar. What could a boy such as you do against Magitech? Throw stones and spit curses? Invoke my lord's name again at your peril. We will suffer no falsehoods.
Oh, whoa. Hey, look, about 16 of them. That's a healthy knot of werewolves. Shut the fuck up.
I speak only the truth. Put up your weapons, I beg of you. Let us speak as friends and not shed blood in vain.
If your claims were true, we would gladly sheath our blades and embrace as brothers. Sheath, you say? Sorry.
But since they must surely be false, we would be traitors to accept. Our lives and those of our loved ones forfeit. Words are air. You will prove the truth of your tale on the battlefield or die in dishonor.
I mean, sure. Da-da-da, bum, da-da-da, da, da, da-na-na-na-na, da, 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 da-na-na-na-na, da. People keep challenging Alphino to truth by combat, and it keeps not working out for them. Oh my, all of you at once? I mean, if you insist. Let me just, If you die this day, then we shall know you for liars. Okay. Hi, Gale, can you handle them all at once?
You are no strangers to battle, that much is plain.
Oh.
I am the White. I am Hakuro. I will be your opponent. Have at you.
I think there's a side quest chain where you meet this guy's brother back in the town in Yansha, and oh god, he's coming for me. His strength far exceeds that of his brethren. And yet, I seem to be doing pretty good. Oh yeah, and he absolutely sucks ass at everything, except for smelling. He's real good at smelling. Oh. Bro, you got some weird holes in your attack patterns. Hold not back. Dude, you're nearly half down. Na 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 na. Well, you always need a good sniffer in the middle of your werewolf knot. Jesus fucking Christ. Times like this, I regret being basically a text-to-speech device. So glad that audio is going into the VOD. Oh fuck, he summoned the Moonstone Carbuncle! I'm not actually doing that bad. Alphino out here, like,
Making up fake carbuncles. Moonstone. Shut the fuck up. Cassie, how's sitting on the Xbox doing for you? Cassie girl. It's just me. Oh, thank you for the kisses. Okay, are we done? I dream of a day when people accept my words as truth without demanding that I prove them through feats of strength. But come, we must away. Ere break of day, to find our long-forgotten gold. You fought with honor and restraint. You could have killed my men and perhaps even me, but you did not. For this I thank you. Oh god. Warriors brave and true, I pray you tell us of the battle for Doma's liberation. We should be glad to do so. Blah 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 blah. Lord Hien returned. Such joy this news brings us. But for Lord Gosetsu to perish in the keep's collapse, to be taken from us by such treachery, there is no justice. Eyes forward, Hakudo. He wished for no better death. You knew him well. Aye, he would not suffer us to mourn with so much undone. And so we will not. Duty comes before all. All Lupin shall know of Doma's liberation, and of your part in it. When you breach the gates, we shall turn on the Imperials as one. With fang and claw shall we rip open the throats of our masters. This the White swears. Sick. Thank you. When our war is ended, I am certain your lord will help us to return you all to Doma. Such a curious thing, destiny, to see us meet with friends of Lord Hien in this distant corner of the world. We shall not keep you. Your day is not yet done. Okay, bye. Come, let us not keep our comrades waiting. We have a nation to liberate. Another one? Another one. Okay, I can sit back for this cutscene, I'm pretty sure. This one's gonna be a little bit. Oh, this one's voiced as hell.
Returned. Were your negotiations with the Wolfmen successful?
Eventually.
The one they called the White was receptive to our words once we told him of Doma's liberation.
And beat his ass, but that's besides the point.
They withdrew behind the walls to inform their brethren. If the gods are good, no blood shall be shed between our peoples this day.
And the gods? Pretty good.
Here, here. Now, I think it's time we did something about those gates. Thaumaturges, forward! Give me hellfire! Give me Ifrit's bloody inferno!
Yeah, fuck it up, Pippin. Pippin's voice actor in this scene, Coco Brosco.
Now give me a curse and winter! Enough ice and snow to bury a behemoth!
Pippin's voice actor in this scene is going so hard. Pippin is exactly one cutscene he's required to voice, and he fucking kills it.
All cannons, fire at will! Let no man say we neglected to knock!
What a fucking line! Let no man say we neglected to knock. Poetry. Excellent work, localizers.
Damn that armor! We nearly had it!
Okay, that's cool as hell.
Is that...
Fucking Hien on Yolback with a goddamn sword taking
Bear
on
witness, my
planes with
Eorzean
machine
brothers and
guns.
sisters. Doma is come to pay her debts.
Lord Hien!
We will deal with the flying machines. Forward, my friends, for freedom and justice!
Oh, hey, Yugiri. Yugiri's here, guys. Hi, Yugiri.
You heard the man! All cannons resume firing!
Well, it's open, I guess.
We through. The way is clear.
Hey, is that guy okay? Like, okay, tactically, this is not super smart. It's a huge expenditure of resources for a crack. But that's all they need! It's not about the tactics, it's about the message you send. Yeah, plus, like I said, that's all they need. They just need a way into the city, and then, like, that's it. They're flooding that shit. I gotta say, to dive into fanfic that I've written real quick, I have a different version of the way that this battle plays out, written up for Aigeld story, where Aigeld isn't actually present for all of this. She's on, like, the northern wall of Alamigo, climbing it. Because she has a whole other, like, task that she's been given. Because one of the things that I really like when I write Aigeld is this idea that the best thing that you can do for Aigeld when you're trying to, like, plan her part in an offensive like this is to just sort of, like, give her a task and let her figure it out on her own. Like, you point at something and you tell her to wing it, and chances are things are probably going to end up pretty okay. Because part of Aigeld's tactics for something like this works almost entirely on Looney Tunes rules. So, you kind of do this in MSQ, except you go under instead of over. Sort of. You do that to get into the Alamegan Quarter. But basically, the way that I wrote the fanfic is that it starts from the perspective of, I include like the Warriors of Lights of a few friends of mine, and they're the ones that are like actually doing the Alamigo dungeon. And among other things, like I work canonically, Aigeld, in terms of like canon mounts that Aigeld has, there is obviously her Chocobo Hazel, but I also consider the Cavalry Drake that you get from the Amalja Allied Society quests one of her canon mounts that she named Vincent, and she takes both of them with her. And one of the things that I do in that, wow, like the Valentine? No, like the My OC that I have. Anyway, one of the things that I do in that fic is that I then explain how Aigeld gets another one of her canon mounts, which is the Final Fantasy VII Fenrir motorcycle, which she happens to find in the warehouse she's going to blow up.
and she fucking rides that shit across the roofs of Alamigo as she is escaping the exploding building. Because again, Looney Tunes rules. It's probably one of my favorite fanfics I've written. I think if you were to hold on. Oh, those are some dumbass looking shoes. Sorry. A friend, housemate, Ixao is telling me about something that happened in one of his gacha games. If you were to go to my co-host on one of my pinned posts is just sort of like a unified canon for all of iGuild's fanfics in order that they happen timeline-wise. The Stormblood one is... Let's see... Trusting in What You Can't See is what it's called. And it's actually the very first one in the Stormblood section because I haven't written any other fanfics for anything else that happens earlier in Stormblood. I love this random Maelstrom Mook screaming and taunting Xenos. It's really good. Hi, Amwick. Fury, did that man just bring down flying armor with a single stroke in midair? Yeah, it was cool as hell. The Vice Marshal's strategy for breaching the gates was most ingenious. A pity he did not account for the Magitech armor, but to be fair, they did not account for the Domans either. In entrusting Pippin with Tizona, I've entrusted him with command of the flames. This time I fight not as a general, but as simply a soldier. Damn, wild. Alphino? You do not think he would actually wait until the last... No, of course not. He's no Vidofnir. Impeccable timing, those Domans. Come, comrades, the enemy's gate is down. Forward! Stormblood. At long last, the end is in sight. The battle for Alamigo is at hand. All forces have been ordered to advance into the city proper. Igild, Alphino, may I ask you to be part of the first charge? You don't have to tell me twice. 'Twould be our honor. I will join them, as but another soldier. Okay. The command of the flames I leave in your capable hands, Pippin. I don't suppose we could come along too. Oh hey. What's up? Lys, Arenvald. Nargo and the others told me to go with you, Igild, to bring Xenos to account, for everyone. I'm Alamigan too, in case anyone's forgotten. My place is in the thick of it. It doesn't get thicker than where you'll be. Hell yeah, brother. Arenvald, I love him. Let us sally forth, then. Together we make for the royal palace, there to find and strike down Xenos. We're gonna kick his ass. We're gonna kick his ass. But yeah, the structure of that fanfic is I start with my friends, Warriors of Light, in the battle in Alamigo, and then cut back to the planning of the assault. And then just basically tell the story of everything, all the dumb shit Igild did that ended up working out for her. Oh, God. It's... Writing Igild doing some goofy shit that ends up, like, being exactly... all working out exactly in her favor is honestly one of my favorite things. Anyways, I put a clip in capitals. Did you? Hold on. God. Cool. That'll make that easier to find to make a highlight of later. Just to be clear, I'm under no illusion that I'm as capable as the rest of you, but when it comes to strength of will, I'm the equal of anyone. This is it, Igild. The moment we've sacrificed everything for.
Whatever it takes will defeat Xenos and free Alamigo.
I'm entrusting Pippin with Tizona. Oh, but he just... She already said that.
As we fight our way through the city, the flames will also aim to reach Xenos. Godspeed, my friend. Not only the General, but Lisa and Aravold besides. This mission means everything to our friends. We must not let them down. Party of NPCs. Oh, is that just who I'm going with? Okay. I'm cool with that. Let's fucking go. I'm gonna squish your beans, Cassie. Squishing your beans. How do you feel about that? Oh, she's so eepy. I love that Delina has like the opposite experience that her player, had with Stormblood. She was probably hype as fuck to kill Xenos because she's dumb and punches her problems. Aigel's entire thing with Xenos is that she views him as basically a rabid animal, and that putting him down is the best thing for basically the environment. I hated it for reasons I can yell at, but it's too long to put in Twitch chat. Fair enough. Oh, God. I don't know what is up with, like, the weird jitteriness of, like, everybody moving around. We've been having some internet problems recently that I'm actually realizing I was supposed to contact our provider for about today, or contact our provider about today. Where it's just, like, every night around, like, 10:30-ish, it has been just, like, dropping inexplicably. More like I was already annoyed with his role in the story, you know, winning the fight, losing the cutscene, and then I also missed a key story point towards the end that kind of deflated the entire experience. What story point did you miss? I'm interested to talk more about Xenos, but really, like, most of the interesting things I can think about with regards to Xenos happen, like, later on, where it's just, like, talking about him at, like, this juncture, at this point in the game, is just, he's just kind of, like, just kind of a shitty guy right now. Like, genuinely, I feel like Xenos is way more interesting in, like, later expansions. Oh, on the topic of, like, my internet, like, going out recently, like, late in the evening, something I found out recently is that if you accidentally disconnect in the middle of a trust and you get back within 10 minutes of disconnecting, you're still in the trust. Or in duty support. Like, it keeps you in there, which I think is pretty cool. Anyways, die. I will tell you about what I missed after the end because of a key point in the last cutscene. Ah. Ah. Cassie has moved to sleeping on the PS5. She is very cute. It's her PS5 6. What is a PS5 6? Are you, Cal? Are you like looking at Kale? Are you looking into the future or something? Talk about the PlayStation 56 if they even fucking get that far, because all video game companies that aren't Nintendo are just fucking falling apart right now. It's typo. I'm eating pizza. Shush. I will not. I will never be silenced. As spicy pepperoni and hot honey. Ooh, that sounds fucking good, though. Natalie and I feel like I talked about this the other day, but I don't remember. We tried a really good burger place the other day that is supposed to have the best burgers in our area. And I was a little disappointed because I was supposed to get a burger that had cheddar cheese, bacon, and crispy onions on it, which is like one of my go-tos in terms of like my quote-unquote fancy burger order, because my normal burger order is very, very plain. This is another surprise Mr. Beast burger, is it? No. No, it isn't. Though I've got some thoughts about something that I was made aware of regarding Mr. Beast recently that I'll get into in a bit. But they had hot honey and sage sweet potato fries that we tried, and unfortunately it took the food a little bit to get to us. So by the time it did, they were a little cold, but they were still pretty good. But what I was disappointed about was that, like I said, my burger was supposed to have crispy onions and bacon on it, but it ended up only having bacon, which was unfortunate, because, like, I had gotten, like, the signature barbecue sauce from that place, because my quote-unquote fancy burger order is generally crispy onions or onion rings, bacon, and barbecue sauce with cheddar cheese. But, like, because it didn't have, like, the crispy onions there to basically, like, catch the barbecue sauce, it just kind of all spilled out the sides of the burger, because it was very... I don't want to say watery. It wasn't watery. It was just very... It wasn't very consistent. Not a fan of sweet potatoes, but for someone who is a fan, that sounds tasty. You know, I used to not be a fan of sweet potato fries, but, like, I've kind of come around on them. So I saw a tweet earlier today about how Mr. Beast is innovating is at the forefront of brand new innovations in terrible advertising practices. Where he had a sponsored ad for that Monster Hunter mobile game. And the way that he presented it was there was a progress bar that started at the start of the ad, and it starts out going really quickly, but as the sponsorship keeps going, the progress bar like really slows down to a crawl in order to convince people that it is going to be gone faster than they expect, so they don't bother skipping it. Which, the tweet that I saw discussing it said, hey, this 100% feels like it should be illegal. This feels like an illegal ad practice. And I can't say I disagree. I guess the Griffin would think that burger was sloppy. I mean, I guess he would, huh? That sounds like a thing he would say.
Away with you.
Also, it's very weird hearing him talk about, like, oh, I love this game, I have so much fun with it. It's just like, don't you lie to me. I know you don't have emotions anymore. You have to be able to feel anything in order to love something. I feel kind of bad making jokes like that, because, like, it sucks that his, like, his commitment to the grind has, like, affected him emotionally so badly. But at the same time, it's just like, I kind of feel like on some level you did this to yourself.
Like, at some point, you have to admit that you did this to you. Doesn't make it not suck, but also, yeah. Also, doesn't he have, like, more money than God? Why is he still doing, like, fucking, sponsorship ads for, like, Monster Hunter now? Oh, hold on. I got all turned around. Yes, to afford more currency and Raid Shadow Legends. Wait, Gage, I don't read that aloud. You're not getting paid. Oh no! I don't know why I jumped there. I like running this particular dungeon unsynced now, because at a point in the next boss fight, it used to be that there was like a mid-boss fight mechanic that you had to engage with, even if you were level 90 back in Endwalker, because you couldn't do enough damage to like overcome it, or at least I never did enough damage to overcome it. But now that I can go into this as level 100, I 100% completely forgo that mid-fight mechanic. But we have to do this one synced, because that mid-fight mechanic is actually really important for setting up something that happens later in Endwalker. Oh, shit. Ah, buppies. Whuppy dobs. What in the goddamn? Oh, yeah, that does get set up here, don't it? Yeah. 100%. Kill the whuppies. Okay, we're good. We have to go take out that fucking cannon that keeps Baja blasting us. Commander Puppers and the Bark Bark Brigade. They're dead now. Commander Puppers and the Bark Bark Brigade unfortunately perished as part of the Garlean Legion at the Battle of Alamigo. They would go down in history as class traitors, the likes of which haven't been seen since the Paw Patrol. God. I'm sorry. My own stupid joke is cracking me up. Don't mind me. Oh god. Please clear the way, I'm desperate. Oh hey, Xenos' stupid, insane scientist is here. Hello, sir. I love that this boss fight is just a dude in a chair. It's very funny to me. You and your Venn diagram will never defeat us.
Leave it to me. Has to share its findings.
Oh.
Initiate soul extraction.
Shit! Ooh!
Success.
Oh no, our soul has been separated from our body. Surely this won't come up at any point anywhere else in the story. Haha.
Some rebels. My word, it's dead.
Get fucked, idiot! Boy, I sure want to play the story in which this guy plays a major part of the story.
Away with you.
He's just a little freak. Oh.
I have my pride.
You know, it's kind of funny. This has absolutely nothing to do with anything going on right now and only kind of has something to do with words that I recently spoke. So there's this series of animated shorts that are made in like the TikTok format primarily. I don't know. I don't like the vertically formatted videos. I'm gonna be entirely honest. Not a huge fan of them, but it's neither here nor there. It's this series of animated shorts called Chicken Nugget, which is basically just like a funny animal show about funny animals doing funny animal things. And some time ago, like I want to say like a year or so ago, they suddenly decided that like I guess the series needed a plot and just kind of casually revealed that the main character, the eponymous Chicken Nugget, a whoopee dog, is a demigod. And it was the funniest fucking thing because they dropped that and then didn't do anything with it for like a couple months. And then I remember seeing someone that I follow on Twitter be like, hey, wasn't it weird how like the Chicken Nugget like animated shorts just did that whole like, oh, he's a god thing, and then never did anything with that? What was up with that? And then the very next day, they bring that plot point up again and signal that they are moving forward with it. I was just like, bro, you couldn't have like timed this observation worse. Anyways, I don't know how I feel about the whole thing, quite honestly. Like, it's fine, I guess. It's also a little goofy to have, like, this very serious... Like, there's a character that was, like, presented, that was, like, introduced, and everyone kind of assumed he was just sort of, like, a god of time or whatever. But then he's just like, I'm not the god of time. I'm the doomsday clock. And it's just like... Yeah? It's very silly. And it's kind of trying to be a little serious, and that's almost making it sillier. There's a word for this. Like, it's not full on... What's it called? Cerberus effect, I think? It's not full-on Cerberus effect, but it's pretty close.
Also named for a funny animal story, as I recall, the Cerberus effect.
Away with you!
Pew pew. God, I love to chuck spells. Love being a spell chucker. Oh hey, there's Ian. Hey Ian, what's up? What's up, man? How's it hanging over there? You doing good? You doing okay? That's cool. That's cool. Wow, you guys are like really kind of pulling them pretty far over there, huh? I get the reason. Bitch. Arnvald, if you'd be so kind. Alright. Leave it to me. I put my sword away and I leave.
Here it comes.
Yep. So apparently that dwarf mining game, that Lord of the Rings dwarf mining game, I think, what is it? Fucking Return to Moria, has finally hit Xbox and has crossplay? Which, cool. I've been kind of looking forward to giving that a shot. Especially because I haven't used my, Lord of the Rings art nearly enough, since the only Lord of the Rings game I've played so far was Gollum. God, that reminds me, Rings of Power Season 2 is coming out this month. Anyway, here's the showdown with the main antagonist. Right! That guy. What's his name again? Zebos? Xenos. Yay! Galvus. Zero? No, that's a different character. Man, everybody is just getting up in there. Right, that knocks you back. I forgot. No wonder they were all getting up in there. I forgot. Whoops, Daisy. What a fucking gamer moment. It's cool. I make up for it by being super cool and sexy. I'm seeing here that we have passed the 2.5 hour mark, so I'm really, really hoping that it doesn't take me too long to get into, like, the final trial of, Stormblood, considering I'm gonna need to hard queue for that. Oh, double jolt. Wait, what? Are you kidding me? God damn it. Alright. I don't even know what hit me there. What the fuck just happened? What a mysterious video game. Oh god, and the shortcut only takes you to the previous boss's arena. I gotta run. He's hacking again. They forgot to turn off Contra Cavity. I love Lisa's funny little girl trot. Yeah, does her best. Okay, sorry about that, Xenos. Not sure what happened there. Right, so getting close for this one. Okay, this one we gotta get out for. This one he's gonna fire off targeted attacks. She's having such a fun time. I'm happy for her. Maybe I was standing in the way of a cleave that I didn't see coming. It's possible. Oh. Alpha, no, I'm sticking. Oh. Yeah, you know what? I think that's what happened. Like, I'm looking at this setup. I did not see the line on Arnvald, I don't think. Yeah, I got hit by that. That is for sure what happened. I'm almost certain of it. Concentravity. Oh. Oh, and we want to get knocked back over here. All right. Oh, let's not stand in front of him, actually. I don't want that to happen again. See? It almost could have.
Show me your
Ah, shit. Okay, what are we focusing on first?
Yes, just so.
Wait, what? Oh, God. I normally do this unsynced, so I don't have to worry about the mechanics. Alright, what's next? I'm gonna just keep hitting that, don't mind me. Whew.
Yes, yes, just so. Need a strength?
I like to think I do.
Power to transcend.
Die. Oh, I got a Xenosia Galvus card. Oh. Okay, bye, I guess. Oh. Hey, Raubon. He enjoyed this, the monster. What now? There's no escape, Xenos. It's not over yet. Stay sharp. Did I get anything from this one? Yeah. Leave duty. He's fine, you know. Kicked his ass in the fight. He just gets up unscathed.
Yes, yes. Such ferocity, such tenacity.
Dog, you getting off on this?
I am
That's weird.
loath to recall how disappointed I was when first we fought. But finally, after bathing in the blood and offal of your enemies, finally you prove yourself worthy prey for the hunt.
Dude, don't make it weird.
Fills you even now, doesn't it? The hunger to bite down on my jugular. To feel the warmth fill your mouth and run over even as you drink deep. Good. Good. This is the beast I have longed to face. As you sharpen your claws, I too sought newfound strength. But this is no place for a final contest. Come! The heavens
Right here?
shall bear witness to our dance.
I don't know, man. It sounds like, just based on your vocal delivery, it sounds like you're coming enough for the both of us. I'm just saying. You could maybe stand to calm down a little bit.
Confound it. Go
Oh,
after Xenos, my
beans.
friend. We shall deal with this.
Yeah, alright. Oh shit. Oh, that's Shinryu.
Welcome to the Royal Menagerie.
I think that's more of a softer G than you're giving it. We won't worry about it though.
The King of Ruin built this place for his foreign queen. He kept it filled with familiar creatures from her homeland. They bored me all. This fine specimen, on the other hand, is simply divine. Your fates are entwined, are they not, Icon Slayer? This dragon, this embodiment of unbridled despair, born of a desperate man's burning hatred for the Empire.
I don't know if I'd say entwined,
How
but...
raw the raging tempest that churns within its breast. No myth made manifest this, but a being of pure violence.
One of the things that I've written for Eigeld in fanfics where Xenos appears is that anytime he starts talking, she just completely tunes him out because she does not give a fuck about his, like, grand villainous speeches in the slightest. She's here to kick his ass and go home.
Mayhap you are the true architect of our design. You who fought the very soul of vengeance to the edge and watched him fall. You who let slip the Allegan hound to drive this icon into my arms. Oh my, have I said too much? Forgive me, this sensation is wholly unfamiliar to me.
You're creeping me out, man.
A question, then, and I should like very much for you to speak from the heart. If I were to stand aside, what would you do to this icon?
Kill it? Obvi?
Ah, as simple as that. But of course, you are the Icon Slayer. Such certainty is to be expected. A pity. There is another alternative. Or there would be. Had you only mastered your ability.
Aww.
I speak of the Echo, of course. Does it merely render you immune to iconic influence, or is it rather that your influence is far greater than theirs? Granted, these implications are of no moment to a savage who thinks only of killing the beast before him. But when I read Van Belsar's reports, I immediately saw the boundless potential of the Echo. I saw how it could be instrumental in binding an icon to one's will. Hence my research and the Resonant, and oh, so much more. All icons must be exterminated without exception. Such was the imperial mandate issued by my great-grandfather, after he saw firsthand the destruction wrought by one such being.
What was your great-grandfather's name?
A blight upon this star, he felt.
What was he like?
His great and just crusade. Ha! 'Twas not justice which spurred his campaign, but fear. Fear of the Icons. Fear of their power. Cowardice made them
Oh,
much
wait,
more
no, hold on.
pathetic. Man should fight for the joy of it. To live, to eat, to breed. Lesser beasts snap and howl at one another for this. Only man has the wisdom and the clarity to embrace violence for its own sake.
I don't know if I'd call that clear. Well, alright.
We who are born into this merciless, meaningless world have but one candle of life to burn. I know you understand this.
You and I are one and the same. Together, we could while away the quiet hours as friend and confidant. If you will accept me.
No? Absolutely. Okay, so I don't know where the stream ended, at least not yet. How far did we get in before OBS decided to just shit itself for some reason? It wasn't, so my internet is still up and running. For some reason, it lost its connection to the server. So rather than it being connected to a dedicated server, I've switched it to auto-select a server. Let me go to my channel. Or I accept you, I deny you. Okay, oh, hey, some of the Brax hides I put up for... okay, hold on. God, how far back was that? Okay. There's this icon. A pity there's another alternative. To be expected. Only you had mastered your abilities. I speak the echo, of course. Hold on. I know you understand me. You and I are one of the same. Together we could while away the quiet hours as friend and confidant if you accept me. And yet, in doing so, you prove me right. We are warriors. 'Twas plain from the first how this would end. It's just like, you blocked me, therefore I win. Fucking ass dialogue. You live for these moments when all hangs in the balance, when the difference between life and death is but a single stroke. And now, we continue. Eventually. There we go.
I live for them too. This is who we are, my friend. This is all we are. Alamigo and Doma and Golemol be damned.
I'm mostly just upset that I'm gonna need to splice together the video now. Like, that sucks. But what are you gonna do? Uh-oh. Him. Alright, good night, Kale. God, this guy has so many textures.
We tower above the gods. You by your gift, I by my might.
Oh, he got both eyes, though.
And before the resonant, the gods shall be made to heal.
Hee wee. Ta beans.
An ending to mark a new beginning.
Alright, time to see how long it's going to take me to get to hard queue into Shinryu. The Royal Menagerie, now accessible.
The Royal Menagerie. 11 minutes. Ugh. Do I want to wait that long? Hold on. Do I know anybody online right now? One second, let me check this. Ah, shit. If I can find somebody online who might be willing to hop on real quick as like a tank or healer. Looks like I got a taker. Friend of the stream, Ganon. I'll go ahead and, because I don't want to wait that long. I'm going to be honest. So I just need to wait for friend of stream, Ganon, to hop on. Just real quick. Okay. Friend of the stream and housemate Opal is also on board. Just gotta wait for them all to sign on. Invite to party. Friend Ganon going in as a sage. Very, very kind of her. Very kind indeed. And we're just keeping an eye out for Eleanor and Hirohane to sign on. Having a healer on the team will definitely make the queue pop a little bit faster, which will be nice. I've been trying to think about the idea. I know people who play other MMOs. Like, look, I'm as much of a proponent of the, have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV with a free trial up to level 70 that includes the award-winning first expansion Heavensward and its follow-up Stormblood with no restriction on playtime, shilling.
But, you know, I try not to push it particularly hard because, like, you know, sometimes, if you can believe it, that sort of thing annoys people. I know, wild, right? But it's sometimes kind of fun to see friends who also, like, play other MMOs, and just, like, I've been trying to think of, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Hold on, let me just... Everyone... The... Class... You... Wanna... Be? Because it's just like, you know, I'll occasionally make a joke at WoW's expense, but usually that's more at the expense of Blizzard than anything. It's just like, I try not to be too mean-spirited about certain things, just because a lot of times it's more about, like... Just like, I know people who genuinely enjoy some of that stuff, and... Or, like, I know people who play World of Warcraft. And it's just like, I don't have the history with something... Less than 5 minutes, let's fucking go. I don't have the history with WoW to, like... feel good about making fun of it, generally speaking. Like, I played WoW for a total of 6 months when I was in high school. That's it. Oh, shit. But I've been trying to think of, like, a... Like a... What's the word I'm looking for? A sort of equivalence of, like, what it's like to just kind of be here playing my funny little anime game, and then look over and see somebody who's having a lot of fun with, like, new WoW content. I guess it feels like, on some level, seeing somebody who is a fan of a different sport than you are. Alright, let's go. I have no idea how this fucking fight goes. Oh, shit. Well, water generally pushes you back, so I'm assuming... Whee! Whoa! Bitch. Alright. Right wing, okay. Do we want to be over here? Ow. I don't know if it mattered. Ah, Morn. Attempting to release lightning aspected ether. So we probably want to stay out of the water pools, right?
Ow. Yeep. Damn. Xenos laying eggs? Xenos, did you lay this egg? Oh, fuck off. It's just a bunch of little guys. It's always interesting. Protostar realization. Ow. It's always interesting to hear motifs that I didn't realize were there before. Oh. Active time maneuver. Ready. Oh god. Bro, you just got a mash. Oh, there I am. Oh god. Shit, 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 shit. This motherfucker's name is Gluck. I'm sorry, I just realized what our goddamn Pictomancer's name is. That's great. Appreciate you, Gluck. I maybe overdid a little bit. I don't know what does that mean for me? Ah! I see. This is a fun little musical. Oh god. Oh shit, shit, shit. I'm okay. I'm assuming I don't want to stand on any of, like, the little broken ones. Ooh, fuck. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Oh, God. Na, 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 na. Oh, shit. Blood born of blood of our fallen brothers. Na, na, na. Oh yeah, he totally broke that. He broke that shit. He broke it. Oh, the right wing now. Ugh. Oh. Damn. Friend of the stream, Opal, stealing my potential Red Mage LB3 that I love to cast. Nah, I kid. Verholy. Verflare. Die, perhaps? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. There it is. Oh, everybody gone. Okay, don't stick around for fucking commendations or anything. Shit. Thank you, Ganon. I appreciate it. Tell JB I also said thanks. To them as well. Whee! Fart with reverb. Bro, did you take the long way? And now we kick back.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Xenos.
The hunter has indeed become the hunted. And yet, there is only joy.
Again, in iGuild's canon, she just totally checks out as soon as he starts talking. Because her main thought is, how is this motherfucker still alive?
Pure, this feeling.
Is that what this was all about? All the meaningless death and destruction, so you could feel something?
Yeah, get his ass.
Meaningless. Men die that others may live. Those who survive are stronger for it. Not that you could ever understand. To have stood upon this great stage of fools. To have played my part to perfection. Oh, this moment. Let it be enshrined in eternity. My heart beating out of time. So clear, so vivid, so real. So real.
Coward!
Stop!
Farewell, my first friend. My enemy.
He didn't quite cut his own head off. He made a Pez dispenser out of himself. That's a line from Sin City that I can't stop quoting at times like this. It's concerning how often I quote it. How many chances I get.
Where is he?
Anyway.
He's dead. By his own hand.
Then justice has been done.
No. There's no justice in that rabid animal's end.
Liberty or death. That so many should be forced to take up this creed to defeat such madness.
We won. Forget him. The living have need of us now.
Stand tall, Lys. Now is the time to raise a cheer for all who fought for freedom. A cheer loud enough to carry to the highest heavens.
So real quick, before this continues and we get the stars of 4Kids singing the national anthem, another fun bit of iGuild lore is that at this point in this cutscene, Aigeld actually passes out because she takes a pretty nasty hit to the head during the fight with Shinryu. And she is bleeding pretty badly. To the point that she just, like, completely loses consciousness in the middle of this whole conversation. Not that she wasn't already drifting in and out, having to fucking hear what's-his-ass keep speaking.
You're right. Thank you. Without you... well, you know. So let's do it together. For Alamigo!
Oh, hey, Aaronvald. And friends. So what we're about to hear, we heard the song earlier in the patch, but it was sang with lyrics that basically propped up Garlemald. And what we're about to hear are the actual lyrics to this particular national anthem, essentially, which center more on Alamigo itself. This is also maybe where the limited animation in these in-game cutscenes kind of rears its ugly head a little bit. Because it does look a little awkward. Hooray!
In crimson it began, and in crimson it ended. And then we were free.
And here we get our first round of credits.
But what is freedom, really?
Yeah, how's it feel for Dola? You're gonna be a much better character in a couple patches.
We may be free to live, to love, to grow old, to have dreams and desires, and to strive for them. But in the end, we're defined by the legacy our forefathers bequeathed to us. Even Xenos was once a baby in the cradle, innocent and pure. He was made into a creature that lived only for death, not born one. "20 years of Imperial rule have left Alamigo torn and bleeding. It won't be easy to heal a generation's worth of wounds, to bridge the gap. But I won't give up, Papalimo. I won't. Because I remember the price of freedom. I remember the smoke, and the ashes, and the blood. I remember the screams, and the silence.
I remember my ankles clipping through the back of my gown.
I'll do whatever it takes to honor their sacrifice, to build a home for us all.
It was distracting.
I promise you.
Oh, that's me.
This is the end. The end of the Imperial province of Alamigo, and the rebirth of Alamigo, the free nation. Long may she endure.
Hell yeah. That's the end of base game Stormblood. So before we skip through the text credits and see what else we've got waiting for us. So Stormblood, much like Realm Reborn, Heaven's Word. I didn't know that this had lyrics. Anyway, much like a lot of the other expansions, save for Endwalker, the way that the patches play out for Stormblood is essentially we get 3 patches that are effectively the what's the word I'm looking for? Epilogue to Stormblood, and then 2 patch. I think somebody just quit out of the party. And then we get 2 patches that are basically prologue setting up the next patch, which is Shadowbringers, which is a really cool expansion. And I'm really excited to get to Shadowbringers, in part because it means I get to play fucking Gunbreaker, and I love playing Gunbreaker. It also means I'm going to do the near raids again. You can't stop me from doing the near raids again. We're gonna go ahead and skip through this, because we got final cutscenes and shit to get through. What's going on here? Oh, Estinian.
Well, well, well. What a fine mess we've made.
Oh, yeah.
All but spent feeding that primal, eh? Well, you won't be making any mischief with that amount of ether. Still, better safe than sorry.
That's the spirit.
There ends your hateful legacy.
It's kind of wild to think that the only thing that remains of Nidhogg is the blood that Estinian's lance is soaked with. Meanwhile, back at the ranch... God, he's hideous. It's over. He's got such a dumb outfit. My condolences for your loss. A father should not outlive his son. What nonsense. You do not mourn his loss. You surprise me, your radiance. He was your son and heir, and an irreplaceable test subject. I know what he was. Monsters are not made for thrones. Wow, fucking father of the goddamn year. Nor are stars made to sustain false gods who sup on their very essence. Icons summoned by desperate savages who hearken to the whispers of shadowless charlatans. Should you raise a hand against my black-robed brethren, I will not stop you. Our desires are one and the same: preservation, restoration. Compression, resurrection. All is in service to your one true God. And when the sundered shards are made whole, will there be a place for us mere mortals? Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will, your radiance. You will come to trust me in time. Until then, mayhap you will find this reassuring. I'm over here now. God, he really doesn't have a shadow, huh? I know that's what Ascian means, but like... How dare you? How dare he what? There's a bit more of a revelation later on. I don't know if it was happening as early as then. Oh my god, this isn't the end of the thing. We did it. We liberated Alamigo. I don't know what to say. I don't even know how to feel about it all. Relief, I suppose. Pride. And hope, too. We did it, Father. Ida, Papalymo, Conrad, Mefrid, Minfilia. We really did it. Hey, don't feel like you have to stand here listening to me mumble. Everyone else will want to talk to you. You beat him, after all. You're the real hero of this story, so run along and take your plaudits. I gotta talk to everybody before this quest is over? Fuck me running. Okay. When I awoke this morning, I thought Lord Hien dead, and then he lived. And now he is here. It has been a wonderful day. It feels like only yesterday that we were celebrating the liberation of Doma, and now look where we are. 1,000 malms apart our nations may be, but in spirit we are one and the same. For you to best Xenos, even after he had harnessed the power of a primal, is a testament to your ever-growing strength. Not bitter to have had your vengeance stolen from you by another. There is some small regret, perhaps, but it is outweighed by the satisfaction I find in his death. I commend you, Aigeld. As should we all. Xenos was a monster and a tyrant, the man who killed my father and countless others of my countrymen. The world is a better place without him in it. I should also praise Master Alphino for his foresight and restraint. Had he not intervened, I might never have had the pleasure of being reunited with Hakuro and his Lupin brothers. 'Twas a timely intervention, aye. Full glad am I not to have been burdened with the guilt of killing my Lord Hien's most trusted allies. Ha, indeed, my friend, indeed. Oh god, I'm getting so eepy. I gotta fucking finish this as quick as possible. I gotta end this fucking stream. Oh my god, there's so many people here. Minfilia. No. Acilia. Warburton. It will never be enough, I know, but I hope this makes up for it, if only a little. I hope this brings you both joy. You deserve it, and so much more. That's some 1.0 stuff. Don't really worry about it right now. After all we have been through, I really should know better than to worry, but, as ever, the relief I felt upon finding you hale and whole in the Royal Menagerie well nigh reduced me to tears. The Warrior of Light, victorious again. I should be surprised if some small part of you had not come to resent the title and the responsibilities which accompany it. You must forgive us if we call you hero when you accomplish heroic feats. As the Warrior of Light goes, so goes the world. You should take pride in the good you have done, and in the good you have inspired others to do. You are a natural-born leader of men, Aigeld. All these people weren't just following their commanders, they were following you. What the fuck is going on with that lighting? Why is that moving at, like, a frame every 3 seconds? And you led them to victory, to freedom. Alas, not everyone could see the journey through to its end, but history shall remember them and the glorious future they made possible. Minago Quian. Can you believe it? We won! We beat the bastards! Al amigo! Al amigo! Sorry, got a bit carried away there, didn't I? It's hard not to, you know? We owe it to the friends we buried to shout and scream and cheer with all our hearts. I want them to know it wasn't for nothing, that it's finally over, and they can rest in peace. You hear that, lads? We'll be alright. We'll be... Oh, bugger, not again. I'm so bleeding happy I could cry. Arnvald, how you feeling, buddy? Abba, Owly, I wish you were here to see it. Hey, everybody. Oh, everybody's super happy. The hero of the hour. Suppose we'll have to add Liberator to your titles. With the commander fallen, the remainder of the 12th chose to surrender to our forces. After 20 long years, it's official. The occupation has ended. Now the hard work starts. Though the people have had their fill of kings, there is no clear consensus on what sort of government they would prefer instead. Indeed, Father. Momentous as this achievement may be, the road which lies before us is no less uncertain than the one we have walked. Aye, aye. Yet if we can overcome 2 decades of oppression, I've no doubt that we can find a way forward. Thank you, Aigeld, for helping us make this dream a reality. Everybody really happy for me. I would talk with everyone, but it's like, man, I gotta end this stream. Finish your rounds? Great. In that case, I'd like you to come with me. Back to Ralga's Reach. Okay. Not for a rematch or anything, sadly. I want to call all the Scions together. I'll explain later. Thank God they didn't make me walk here. I don't even know where to begin. Na. Let's see those final cutscenes so I can go to bed. I hope this one's voiced.
We've been through
Thank
a lot
God.
together, haven't we? I can't thank you enough. There's something I need to say to you all. That is, if you have a moment. Good. You're all here. Good. Good. Thank you doesn't really suffice, does it? I'm grateful. truly grateful from the bottom of my heart.
Part of the reason I'm so eager to get through this is that we are getting up to the point that usually our internet cuts out, so...
But I know you didn't fight so hard just to hear me or anyone else say that. You fought because you wanted to help, because you believed it was right. Because you're scions. Now, I'm obviously a scion, but as Conrad left me in charge of things here, I also have responsibilities to Alamigo. When I put it like that, though, I realized I couldn't even pretend to be impartial anymore. So it seemed best to make it official. As long as I serve Alamigo, I can't be a scion. It might be selfish and short-sighted, but that's my decision.
You can't quit, you're fired. No, I'm kidding.
Am I to understand that you summoned us all, some of us still nursing wounds, to hear this?
Oh, I didn't,
Forgive me, Lise. 'Twas but a jest. But this I say with the utmost sincerity. Scion or no, we are comrades, now and ever after. Is that not so? There you have it. Come what may, you may count on us in your hour of need. We shall never refuse you.
Stola. Oh, gods. I swore I wouldn't cry.
Meanwhile...
Come back here, you slippery little devil. To think fishing could be so difficult. What greater proof of a man's lingering mortality than an empty belly? A fate worse than death. Fie on it. To have arrived at the appointed place and time only to survive by mere force of habit. Truly, the Kami are not finished with us yet.
Us?
Oh, capricious fortune. How you test me with this wretched soul.
Whoa. Where the fuck are they? Oh. Alright, big hole. This is indeed the work of either Shinryu or Omega. And since there is undeniably something down there radiating a massive amount of energy, which cannot very well be the late Viceroy's lap dragon, yes, I think we have our suspect. Well, this is a mess of our own making, so it falls to us to clean it up. Won't be easy, but is it ever? And now comes the part where you say you've got no choice but to divert company resources and employees to this pet project of yours. Lost profits and belligerent clients be damned. Financial considerations notwithstanding, you have to admit there is an unquantifiable benefit in giving our people the opportunity to study such advanced technology. Oh, is that before or after you blow it up and seal it away? Fine, fine. But the moment I judge this little venture an unsustainable risk to the ironworks, I'm ending it. Savvy? And to keep you honest, using my authority as deputy president, I've gone ahead and brought in a consultant, a master engineer and mechanical genius. You didn't. It's your boy! I love that he's just wearing the Ironworks outfit, but he made it red. Come now, you mustn't build their expectations too high. It'll be less dramatic when I surpass them. Oh. Oh no, absolutely not. This is not happening. Nero Tolskeva, eager to begin his first day as a loyal member of the Ironworks team. Looking forward to working with you, Garland. This fucking asshole. I love him so goddamn much. So fell the hunter, but what of the hound? So rose the children, but what of the father? I don't know, man. You have completed the quest Stormblood Part 2, exiting New Game Plus mode. That's going to be it for today. I want to thank everybody for coming by the stream. I hope you all had a good time. I know I did. If you enjoyed the stream, you can subscribe here on Twitch. We have special emotes for subscribers. You can also follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, co-host at AcidXShark. That's AcidXSHRK, where I post all the streams as they happen. Or you can follow me on YouTube at AcidXShark, where I post all the streams after they happen. Art for the stream. VTuber was done by Audrey and B of Team Capital. You can find on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, co-host, Beach, and Blue Sky at Team Capital. That's TEAMCATPLE. They do fantastic work. Highly recommend checking their stuff out. Highly recommend commissioning them. Use their VGen if you do. Don't email them. They won't respond to it. Use the VGen. Chat Blocker was done by Isaac. You can find on Twitter at _Knucklebone. That's _KNUCKLEBONE. Also fantastic artist. Highly recommend checking his work out. Upcoming streams. Tomorrow, I believe we're still doing Darksiders War Mastered Edition. Saturday is going to be Silent Hill 3, I believe, still with Bob. I'm waiting to hear back from him just to confirm, so stay tuned for that. I might have something else going on tomorrow that may preempt the stream or may just delay it to later in the evening, but we'll see. Then next week, more X2 Wolverine's Revenge on Wednesday. And what are we starting next? Hold on. Because I don't think we're immediately going into the patches. Hold on. Warring Triad, Stormblood. Oh yeah, we're doing Omega next. So we're going to be heading into the normal raid series for Stormblood, which involves us following up on that little teaser at the end there. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I'll see you next time on the Shark Stream. Same Shark time, same Shark channel. Take care, everybody.